Yes, success is such an amazing thing. And for anyone that truly needs to succeed, there are some basic fundamentals about life that the person must understand, such as understanding how most of the scientific laws relate to the human success, such as understanding how most of the universal laws relate to human success, such as understanding the key principles, general qualities of successful people. Now, these are fundamental, the basic that everyone that needs to succeed must understand. We must understand them to apply them, to overcome them, and to understand how they relate to the human living. For example, in this video, let's look at one tip on how the scientific law apply to the human success. Now, it is true that for everyone that needs to succeed, there are some key scientific principles that you must either overcome or apply. But in this video today, I would like us to look at one major scientific principle of which anyone that needs to succeed must overcome, and that is called inertia. And what is inertia? Inertia simply states that every object assumes a state of rest until the relevant force is applied. That means an object at rest remains at rest until it is being exacted upon by an external force. How does this relate to success? It simply means that if you are not succeeding already, it is harder for you to succeed than for you to fail. That means if you are struggling, failing is closer than success. Why? Because you have inertia. An object at rest remain at rest until it's being exacted upon by an external force. In other words, it simply means it is harder for a person who is out of shape to be in shape than for a person who is already in shape to be in a better shape. Why? Because the person who is already in shape has fitness momentum. What is momentum? Momentum is simply the opposite of inertia. Momentum simply states that every object in motion remains in motion until it's being exacted upon by an external force. Now, in the area of success, the aim is to overcome success inertia and create success momentum. Now, the hardest part of anyone's success journey is the beginning. Why? Because the person has inertia, he don't have momentum. Now, personally, if I am doing anything, maybe if I'm selling anything as a business person, my aim is always to overcome the non-buying inertia and create a buying momentum. If I'm discussing with a client in my business, my aim is always to make sure I create a buying momentum regardless the situation. Now, if you are broke, you have financial inertia. This thing is just an invisible wall. Until you overcome it, you won't understand that something exists. Take for example, in the case of a rocket launch, 90% of the fuel being used by the rocket is actually to escape the atmosphere. And that forceful speed with which the rocket uses to escape the atmosphere is called escape velocity. What happens often at times is that majority are so used to life not working. Majority are so used to the particular spot they are that they don't have any momentum again. Now, to gain momentum, what to do is to apply much force. And in science, there is also a law called force. Now, what is the formula for force? Force is simply m times a, which is mass times acceleration. Now, for you, if you want to gain more acceleration, you first of all need to increase the mass of who you are. Now, the earlier you are able to increase your mass, the earlier you are able to increase the mass of who you are, the earlier or the better you overcome the inertia of life not working. Every object at rest remains at rest until it's being exacted upon by an external force. Now, that object at rest is bigger than you. You might be trying to push that object. You are not able to push it. Why? Because the object is bigger than you. He said, until it's being exacted upon by a relevant or external force. Now, the acceleration you are going to gain is dependent on the force you apply. You can't tell a child, a 2-year-old child, to go and push a stone that is standing that is supposed to be pushed by a 20 years adult. Now, you need the relevant force to change level, to move the object at rest. Now, maybe the reason why things are not working is because the force you are putting is not relevant enough to change the situation. Now, for you to change the inertia of life not working, for you to change the inertia of business not moving, for you to change the inertia of everything not working, you first of all have to increase the mass of who you are. How do you increase the mass of who you are? The truth is this. You listening to me right now is because you believe you could get to hear something that will help you increase your mass. We reading books is because we believe we'll come across something that will help us increase our mass. We listening to podcasts, hearing our mentors is because we believe we'll get to hear something that will help us increase our mass. Now, until you increase your mass, gain more knowledge on that area you want to conquer, on that area you want to overcome the inertia and gain momentum, until you increase your mass, you won't be able to move that object which is at rest. Now, if your success is facing inertia, if your success is at rest, you need to increase your body mass in the area you want to succeed so you can overcome the inertia of that and not working and gain momentum. And once you gain momentum, you will become an object in motion. Now you have enough force because your body mass has increased, you now gain acceleration. And don't forget, every object in motion will remain in motion until it's being exacted upon by an external force. Now, because you have increased your body mass, you are now able to move the object which is at rest, meaning you have gained motion. Now you are object in motion because you are accelerating. Now, because you are accelerating, now you need a stronger external force. You can't be stopped by little obstacle because you are already in motion. I always give this example. If you see a moving vehicle on the way, the force of the bed that causes the vehicle cannot stop that vehicle in motion. Why? Because the mass of that vehicle is bigger than the bed. Now, the mass of that bed is not as strong or as big to stop the vehicle which is object in motion. Now, once you become an object in motion, little obstacles that does not allow you to move now won't be able to stop you because you are already in motion. Now, this is the one point on how scientific principle relates to human success. You want to succeed, you need to overcome the inertia of success and create success momentum so you can see life working for you. And again, let's briefly talk about how universal law relates to the human success. It may interest you to know that everything in the universe is energy. And the kind of vibration you vibrate inside will determine what you attract into your life. The kind of vibration, the kind of frequency to which you vibrate will determine what you attract into your life. And the kind of visualization that you have will determine what you attract into your life. God told Abraham in the book of Genesis chapter 13 verse 14 to 15, He told him, as far as your eyes can see, that will I give unto you. How many understand that that was not referring to the seeing of the physical eyes? It was referring to the seeing of the mind. The Bible said the eye of the wise man is in his head. So that was referring to the seeing of the mind. Now, the law of the universe is that if you can visualize your desired outcome, the law of the universe is that if you can see it in your mind, it must happen. That is the law of the universe. If you can see your desired outcome, picture it in your mind, couple it with clear affirmation, it must happen. Everything in the universe is energy. And the best lesson anyone can learn is to understand, is to know how to manipulate those energy to create our desired outcome. Now, this is also what the law of attraction tries to make us understand. It says that we attract into our life whatsoever that we focus on. Now, you attract into your life the people, the things, the resources that is in dominance, that's in harmony, with your dominant thoughts. Now, no one can be better than his thoughts. And what you give your focus is what you think about. What are you giving your focus on? How are you designing your thoughts? What are the things you think about? What are you feeding your mind with? What are the motivations that come to you? What do you watch every day? Don't forget, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. What do you think of? And don't forget again that your input determines what you think about. You can't give your attention to a thing and not think about it. This is why you see many successful people they select the kind of things they watch. They select the kind of thing that goes into their mind. Don't also forget that over 60 to 70,000 thoughts go through the human mind on a daily basis. And if you are not conscious enough to select most of those things that goes into your mind on a daily basis, there is no how anyone can make headway in life. So now, to succeed, you see that there are so many scientific laws that relate to the human success. There are so many universal laws that relate to the human success. And again, try to understand the general themes and quality of successful people. When you have the right visualization, when you have the right input, thereby creating success momentum and overcoming success inertia, now you need to have confidence in yourself. Because one of the greatest enemies of success is self-doubt and fear of the unknown. One of the greatest enemies of success is thinking that you can't do it or you don't have what it takes. Every successful people have confidence in themselves. Every successful people are incredibly driven. And when I mean driven, I'm not talking about you bullying other people. I'm not talking about you being a nightmare to work with. I'm talking about you pushing yourself to have results. It's your personal drive that turns your action into results. It's your personal drive that keeps you going when things get tough. It's your personal drive that causes you to bounce back from the face of difficulty and disappointment. You want to succeed? How driven are you? Are you lazy? Do you procrastinate? Do you put things off? Successful people are always driven. How driven are you? You need to have confidence in yourself. Don't wait for other people to believe in you before you believe in yourself. Just know that all you need to succeed is within you, because every human being was gifted. Confidence is knowing that you have been blessed by God, by nature, that with all it takes to be successful. Confidence is knowing that you are like a seed which, if properly planted, can grow into a tree and into a forest. How confident are you? You want to succeed? Learn every day. Don't assume to know. One great quality I find out about successful people is that the more they know, the less they feel they know. They keep learning. Successful people learn every day. You want to succeed? Learn every day. Learn about that business you want to go into. Learn about that sector you want to go into. Follow those mentors that makes your mind skip. Those mentors you like their ways. Follow them. Listen to them consistently. It will amaze you how you will fly and swim in amazing success. Just take these tips. Understand how success relates to the scientific laws. Understand how success relates to most of the universal law. And understand some basic qualities of successful people. Apply as much as you can into your life, and you become so successful, even with surprise of yourself. These are some of the fundamental tips of success. Till the next video, I'll say bye.